In the heart of Europe lies a country often overlooked, a land of medieval cities, ancient forests, mountain villages, and stories written through centuries of resilience. This is Poland, a place where history and modern life exist side by side, where colorful streets hide deep memories, and where beauty appears when you least expect it. Welcome to Poland, Europe's hidden gem. To ask, "Where is Poland?" is to ask a question that echoes through 1,000 years of history. On a modern map, the answer seems simple. Located in Central Europe, Poland presents itself as the geographical and cultural heart of the continent, a vital land bridge that connects east and west. But this simple location belies a profound and often turbulent story. Poland is not just a place, it is a crossroads, a confluence of ideas, empires, and destinies. For centuries, it has been a stage upon which the grand drama of European history has unfolded, absorbing influences from all directions, while forging an identity that is resilient, proud, and unmistakably its own. Its position has been both a blessing and a curse, a source of immense cultural wealth, and a reason for its many struggles for survival. To truly understand where Poland is, one must look beyond the lines on a map and into the deep currents of its past and the vibrant pulse of its present. Today, Poland shares its borders with 7 neighbors, each relationship a unique thread in its national tapestry. To the west lies Germany, a neighbor with whom Poland shares a long, complex, and often painful history. Now, they are key partners within the European Union, their border a symbol of reconciliation and open travel, a testament to a new era of cooperation. As part of the Schengen area, crossing from Germany into Poland is a seamless experience, a far cry from the heavily fortified frontiers of the 20th century. To the south, the rolling hills and majestic peaks of the Sudetes and Carpathian Mountains form natural frontiers with the Czech Republic and Slovakia. These are nations with which Poland shares deep Slavic roots, a common heritage visible in language, folklore, and a mutual understanding forged through centuries of proximity. To the east, Poland borders Ukraine and Belarus, lands with which its history is inextricably linked through commonwealths and conflicts. These vast eastern plains have been corridors for both cultural exchange and invading armies. And to the northeast, borders with Lithuania and the Russian exclave of Kaliningrad complete this circle of nations. This intricate web of neighbors makes Poland one of Europe's most strategically significant and culturally diverse countries, a place where the West Slavic world meets its eastern counterparts. The country's geography is as varied as its history, from the dramatic alpine landscapes in the south. Here, the Tatra Mountains, a breathtaking section of the Carpathians, rise like a fortress wall. These are Poland's highest peaks, a realm of granite crags, crystalline lakes like the famous Morskie Oko, and deep valleys carpeted in pine. For generations, this region has been a sanctuary for the soul, inspiring artists, poets, and adventurers. It is a landscape that demands respect, offering both serene beauty and formidable challenges, a powerful symbol of Poland's enduring spirit. To the windswept beaches along the Baltic Sea in the north, the character of the land transforms completely. Over 500 kilometers of coastline reveal a different kind of Polish beauty. Here you find vast, white sand beaches that stretch to the horizon, backed by fragrant pine forests and shifting dunes that create a desert-like landscape in the heart of Europe. The historic port city of Gdańsk, with its maritime legacy, stands watch over these waters, while resort towns like Sopot and the Wild Hell Peninsula offer escapes into a world of sea, sand, and sky. The Baltic Coast is Poland's window to the wider world, a place of trade, leisure, and natural wonder. And in the east, you can step back in time into primeval forests untouched for centuries. The Białowieża forest, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is one of the last and largest remaining parts of the immense forest that once stretched across the European plain. This is a living cathedral of nature, a sanctuary of towering oaks, hornbeams, and lindens that have stood for hundreds of years. It is a place of profound silence, broken only by the rustle of leaves or the call of a rare bird. Here, the majestic European bison, the continent's heaviest land animal, roams free, a symbol of successful conservation and the wild heart of Poland that still beats strong. This forest is a precious relic, a direct link to the continent's natural past, carefully preserved for the future. From the mountains to the sea, through rolling plains and ancient woodlands, the landscape of Poland is a canvas of immense diversity, each region telling a different part of the nation's story.
Many consider Kraków the very soul of Poland. It is a city that wears its history not as a burden, but as a crown. While other cities were rebuilt from ashes, Kraków, by a sheer miracle of fate, survived the Second World War almost entirely unscathed. This preservation has left us with a breathtakingly complete medieval masterpiece, a living museum where every stone seems to whisper a story. Its historic center, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1978, is a testament to centuries of royal power, intellectual achievement, and profound cultural significance. Walking through its streets is like stepping through a portal, not into a static past, but into a place where history breathes alongside the vibrant pulse of modern life. It's a city of kings and poets, of saints and scholars, and its enduring spirit is palpable from the moment you arrive. Its old town, the Stare Miasto, feels gloriously frozen in time. Encircled by the Planty, a lush green belt of parkland where the medieval city walls once stood, this district is a labyrinth of architectural wonder. The air hums with a unique energy, the clip-clop of horse-drawn carriages, the distant melody of a street musician, and the murmur of countless languages blending together. Here, Gothic spires share the skyline with Renaissance facades and Baroque flourishes, creating a rich, layered tapestry of European history. Every alleyway invites exploration, promising hidden courtyards, quiet cafes, and centuries-old cellars that now house cozy restaurants and atmospheric bars. It's a place to get lost intentionally, to wander without a map and let the city reveal its secrets at its own unhurried pace. These enchanting cobblestone streets inevitably lead you to the city's magnificent heart, the main market square, or Rynek Główny. Spanning a vast 10 acres, it is one of the largest and most beautiful medieval town squares in all of Europe. For centuries, this has been the center of Krakow's public life, a stage for commerce, celebration, and ceremony. Dominating its center is the magnificent Renaissance-era cloth hall, the Sukiennice, once a major hub for international trade where merchants sold exotic goods like spices, silk, and leather. Its grand arcades today are filled with stores offering local handicrafts. You'll find intricate amber jewelry, hand-carved wooden chess sets, and traditional folk costumes, continuing its legacy as a vibrant marketplace. The square is a constant hive of activity, surrounded by elegant townhouses and palaces, or colourful facades housing restaurants and cafes where you can sit and soak in the incredible atmosphere. The church towers of the iconic St. Mary's Basilica rise above the colourful buildings, standing as sentinels over the square. The two towers are famously asymmetrical, a detail steeped in a legend of sibling rivalry and tragedy. But the basilica is most famous for a sound that echoes across the city every hour on the hour. It is the Hejno Mariaki, a 5-note trumpet call played from the taller tower. The melody is abruptly cut short, a poignant tradition honoring a legendary 13th century watchman who was struck in the throat by a Tatar arrow while sounding the alarm of an impending attack. Hearing this haunting tune is an essential Kraków experience, a direct link to the city's medieval past. Inside, the basilica is just as breathtaking, with a soaring, star-dusted blue ceiling and the magnificent wooden altarpiece by Veit Stoss, a masterpiece of Gothic art. And watching over it all, from its perch on a limestone outcrop, stands Wawel Castle. For centuries, this was the home of Polish kings and the political and cultural heart of the nation. This sprawling complex is more than just a castle. It's a symbol of Polish identity. Its architecture is a stunning blend of Romanesque, Gothic, and Renaissance styles, reflecting its long and storied history. Within its walls, you can explore the opulent staterooms, filled with priceless art and magnificent Flemish tapestries. Adjacent to the castle is the Wawel Cathedral, the coronation and burial site of nearly every Polish monarch.
To walk through its hallowed halls is to walk alongside the giants of Polish history, and no visit is complete without descending to the foot of the hill to see the legendary Warsaw dragon, a sculpture that delights visitors by breathing real fire, keeping the city's founding myth alive for a new generation. Kraków survived wars, occupations, and centuries of change, and nowhere is this story of resilience more profound than in the district of Kazimierz. For over 500 years, this was a thriving, independent town and the center of Jewish life and culture in Kraków. The devastation of the Holocaust left the district scarred and nearly empty for decades. But today, Kazimierz has experienced a remarkable rebirth. It has transformed into one of the city's most dynamic and atmospheric neighborhoods, where a bohemian spirit thrives. Synagogues and Jewish cemeteries stand as solemn memorials, sharing streets with quirky art galleries, vintage clothing shops, and lively bars. The heart of its modern social life is Plac Nowy, a square where you can try a famous zapiekanka, a toasted, open-faced baguette that is Krakow's quintessential street food. Kazimierz is a powerful lesson in memory and renewal, a place where the past is honored while a creative, vibrant future is being forged. From the grandeur of its royal castle to the intimate, winding streets of its historic quarters, Kraków is a city that captivates the imagination and it touches the heart. It is a place where every corner holds a piece of a grand, sprawling narrative. It has endured the darkest chapters of history, yet its spirit is never extinguished. Its beauty is not just untouched, but enriched by layers of stories and history. A timeless city, forever glowing with the light of 1,000 years.
In the heart of Europe, many cities wear their history like a seamless garment, woven over centuries of uninterrupted growth. But here, on the banks of the Vistula River, Warsaw tells a different story. It's a narrative not of continuity, but of a profound rupture and an almost miraculous rebirth. To walk through Warsaw is to walk through two cities at once, the one that was lost and the one that rose, defiantly, from its ashes. This city doesn't just display its past, it wears its survival as a badge of honor, a testament to a spirit that could not be extinguished. Its skyline, a striking dialogue between Gothic spires and gleaming skyscrapers, is the first clue that Warsaw's journey is unlike any other. It's a city that had to consciously decide what to remember and what to build anew, creating a unique urban fabric stitched together with memory and ambition. The defining chapter of this story was written during World War II. Following years of brutal occupation, the city rose up against its oppressors in the Warsaw Uprising of 1944. For 63 heroic days, the Polish Home Army fought a desperate battle. The price of this courage was devastating. In retaliation, the city was systematically and deliberately annihilated. Over 85% of Warsaw's historic heart was turned to dust and rubble. This wasn't just the collateral damage of war, it was a calculated effort to erase 1,000 years of Polish culture and history from the map. What was once called the Paris of the North, a vibrant center of art and intellect, was reduced to a haunting sea of ruins, a ghost city silent under a grey sky. The scale of the destruction was almost absolute, a wound carved deep into the nation's soul. But Poland rebuilt it, in an act of collective will that has few parallels in history. The nation resolved to raise its capital from the dead. This was not to be a modern reconstruction, but a painstaking, faithful resurrection. Brick by brick, the old town was brought back to life. The effort was monumental. Rubble was sifted for any salvageable fragment of decoration. Architects and art historians pored over pre-war photographs, student sketches, and, most remarkably, the detailed 18th century paintings of the Italian artist Bernardo Bellotto, known as Canaletto. These canvases, which had captured the city in its golden age, became the official blueprints for its rebirth. The entire nation mobilized. Citizens volunteered to clear debris, and funds were raised across the country. The reconstruction of the royal castle, the symbolic heart of the nation, was completed as recently as 1984, funded entirely by public donations.
This incredible achievement was recognized by UNESCO, which designated Warsaw's historic center a World Heritage Site. not for its antiquity, but as an outstanding example of a near-total reconstruction. Today, to wander these meticulously recreated streets is a surreal and moving experience. The old town market square buzzes with life, its vibrant merchant houses standing as if they had weathered the centuries untouched. From here, you can embark on a journey down the royal route, or Trakt Królewski, a historic thoroughfare that connects the city's most important landmarks. It links the royal castle in the north with the elegant Łazienki Park in the south, home to a famous monument of Poland's beloved composer, Frédéric Chopin. Along this path, you pass palaces, churches, and the historic campus of the University of Warsaw, each building a chapter in the city's resurrected story. But Warsaw's story is not confined to its reconstructed past. The city is a powerhouse of memory, housing some of the world's most vital museums. The Poland Museum of the History of Polish Jews, set on the grounds of the former Warsaw Ghetto, uses breathtaking architecture and interactive exhibits to narrate 1,000 years of Jewish life in Poland. Even more visceral is the Warsaw Uprising Museum, a powerful multisensory institution that pays tribute to the city's fight for freedom in 1944. It's a somber but essential visit to understand the true cost of Warsaw's resilience. For a different perspective, one must cross the Vistula to the Praga district. Largely spared from the war's destruction, its streets offer a glimpse of pre-war Warsaw, with original courtyards and chapels hidden away. Once neglected, Praga has transformed into a bohemian hub of art galleries, alternative clubs, and creative energy, a place where the city's authentic, unvarnished soul thrives. Today, Warsaw blends these complex layers with a relentless forward momentum. It is a city where historic architecture stands in the shadow of modern skyscrapers, where a fast-growing urban culture of startups, culinary innovation, and artistic expression flourishes. This dynamic tension between past and future is the city's modern identity. It is a place that remembers everything, yet refuses to be defined solely by its tragedy. Warsaw is more than just a capital city. It is a living, breathing symbol of resilience, a testament to the enduring power of hope, memory, and the unbreakable will to rebuild.
Hidden near the border of Belarus lies Białowieża Forest, one of the last untouched forests in Europe. Massive trees rise above quiet paths. Wild European bison still roam freely here. This forest feels ancient, almost mythical. In southern Poland rise the breathtaking Tatra Mountains. Snow-covered peaks overlook deep valleys and alpine lakes. At the center lies the resort town of Zakopane, known for wooden mountain homes, winter scenery, traditional highland culture. This is Poland's natural paradise. Beneath the earth lies one of Poland's most unusual places, Wieliczka salt mine, an underground world carved entirely from salt, chapels, statues, entire holes underground. It feels impossible. Along northern Poland lies the Baltic Sea coastline. Places like Gdansk combine maritime history with colorful architecture. Fishing boats move slowly through old harbors. Sunsets reflect across calm water. The coast feels peaceful and timeless. Polish culture is deeply connected to tradition. Food plays an important role. Pierogi żurek bigos meals are rich, warm, and comforting. Hospitality is part of everyday life. Poland's history is impossible to ignore. Through invasions, war, and occupation, the country endured enormous hardship. Places like Auschwitz-Birkenau remind the world of the importance of memory and humanity. Poland carries its history with strength and dignity. Today, Poland is changing rapidly. Modern cities grow beside centuries-old buildings. Young culture, technology, and creativity shape the future. Yet Poland never loses its identity. Poland is not loud, it reveals itself slowly, through quiet streets, ancient forests, mountain air, and stories carried through generations. From Krakow's medieval beauty to Warsaw's resilience, from snowy mountains to hidden forests, Poland is a country that stays with you.